Just have this plain little pot. And we're gonna use the pumpkin mold, the new IOD pumpkin mold. So it has a pretty big one, and then it has this little one, and it has some leaves. So we're gonna decorate this pot. So when you're using something that, you know, of course is rounded like this surface, I do prefer the clay. I've gotten to where I've used resin so much that I haven't really used the clay in a while. So I'm gonna take out, I don't even know how much clay this even is gonna use. It's gonna be a bunch. All right, so, ooh, now I know why. The resin, this is really hard. I haven't used it in so long. It's always best to put some cornstarch in your mold. It will help the clay release. I wanted to do something, I kind of want to make this crusty too. So I've got some crust here. I think I got that pot at, I'm probably going to need more clay. I think I got that pot at the Dollar Tree actually. I have to just piece it in there. I've got to just knead mine a little bit in here because I didn't have enough. So I'm just going to kind of make sure it's mixed in good and spread it down. Use your thumb to kind of get it off around the edges and all right, I'm going to see if I can roll it just a little, maybe with a, not my brayer, but maybe like a long, something that won't lift it up per se. Thin, like this paintbrush. You do kind of want it as flat as you can get it, because then it will lay, when you glue it down. Oh, I forgot my glue, it's in there. Gotta go get that, that's important. Turn it over. Hopefully it will pop out. Very nice. Okay. Now, I like to go ahead and glue it down while it's pliable. So that's why I used it. Okay. So, all right, so I'm just gonna, you know, don't want to use my finger. I guess so, because I will smooth it on easier. And you want to get it all the way to the edges. All right, so I've got it like this. Just gonna flop it on there. You can maneuver it a little bit. Once you get it on there, you have a little bit of time. I'm going to dry this a little bit now. I won't make y'all watch me clean it out. All right, let's put the cornstarch in the little pumpkin mold. This one in my hand. Do the same thing with the glue. Let me turn it for just a minute because I think I'm going to put it to the edge of this one, but kind of on it. Okay, does that look about, yeah, okay, so let me draw this a little bit so it will hopefully hold. I want to show y'all the crust as well. Okay, and so now I've got some crust. It's just kind of like a paste that's crusty. It's probably a lot like salt wash, but it's already mixed up. And you don't use a good brush because you're going to be tapping And this may be too soft. So I'm just going to tap it, and it's going to kind of make it look a little like concrete, you know, or stone, or because it'll dry. You have to let it dry. It'll dry hard. And see, I was going to put a little bit on my pumpkin. Not that much, but kind of a smaller brush would work better. Which that would look better anyway, just lightly rubbed on. Where it looks a little gritty on the pumpkin. See that? Yeah, that looks good. And after this dries, after your pumpkin dries and you see that it has some cracks or some shrinking that you don't like, take some of this crust and just fill it up in the places that are messed up or that you don't like. And you can camouflage anything that, you know. See that green, how it's, ooh, that looks good. Maybe we should just kind of mix some of this green in with the crust. Now see that opening right there where I put them together? I'm going to take some of this crust and just kind of fill that in. Gently get a little bit on the pumpkin, not a whole bunch, but just a little bit. I do want to let it keep drying, laying down. So that's good, just like that. Yeah, but this is definitely where you want some crust. It's up on the top. Just gonna kind of do it like this. So again, this crust is a paint couture product. I do have it on my website. It's just, well, I may have it under textures, but it is a paint couture product. I love the look of this. Here is here's our pot, and then I've added some more. I've added, all right, so those are the pumpkins that we did. I think I added that leaf. I added a sunflower and a little bee. You could even put that bee right on the center of the sunflower. That would be cute. Just some more of the sunflower mold and another bee. The reason I added more is it sat up fine, but it was a little bit top heavy, so I guess with a plant in it, it would have been fine, but I just kind of wanted to make it even, and plus I was just having fun. All right, so all I'm going to do, I'm going to paint it all in white, and then we're going to come back and just do a wash with weathered wood. And I did want to show you where, you know, it does shrink a little bit, because that was the regular color of the pot. So it shrunk just a little, but not much. So that's why I do always like to wait till everything dries before you know, go to painting it. And it's going to look totally different even with the white. I also added a little bit of the crust to the pumpkin. And then we let that dry. So I'm just going to kind of tap it on, actually. You could use a chip brush. I probably wouldn't use a really good brush. And I probably should actually pour this in another cup so I won't get crust in my paint. All right, let's see, make sure I've got it all the way around. I think I'll go down just a little bit too, because you know, you don't have your dirt all the way up. All right, let's see about drying it now. I love that crust on there. Love it, love it, love it. All right, let's dry the inside first so I can handle it. So again, I'm going with a, just gonna do a wash. Now my paint is already a little watery because I think it was drying up and I poured water in it and let it sit a little while. So I'm just gonna actually pour that. Now normally I would just put paint in there, you know, just put a little paint in there, stir it up, and then I would just spritz some water. I'm still gonna add some water. And that's just our little dye there. I'm just, like I said, I'm gonna use this chip brush. Wait. I need to get a couple of rags, and I should have just put these under the faucet. Normally I put them under the faucet and just wring them out. I'm gonna just, I'll just do it here. All right. Now, so I'll just take this. I'm just gonna take my chip brush and move over a little bit. Okay, here we go. Just rub on the wet. Oh yeah, it needs to be watery, y'all. You don't want it too, because then I'll just be doing a wet distress. And you can also add water to the pot itself. All right, let's see what we got going on. Yeah, that's good. This is kind of like a wet distress, but your paint's not solid. So I'll probably just wet this a little bit instead, and then you can wipe it off. You'll have to keep, you probably need several rags, because you'll just keep, you'll keep rubbing paint back on if you're not careful. You don't have to rush it. Just take your time, get it like you like it. But you can always add more paint, so I would just kind of, start off with it more watery. Because you want to be able just to wipe it back like that. So that's why I say you can keep adding water if you need to. Okay. And you can dry brush, and I'll show you that too. You can dry brush some white back on there. I'm just gonna see if I have something really soft. You can do it like this over the see, that's the color I wanted right there. And then to wipe that back. would do it like this. I would just kind of move my paint around a little bit, just so it's not so like dark in one spot. Just take, this is a really soft brush. And then just kind of lightly tap with a soft rag. Okay, and then I would just come around, let's see, right there, do the same thing. If you wanted more white on it, or you know, wanted it lighter, you could take some of your white paint. Let's see. A little bit of paint out. Doesn't need much because you're, and then a paper towel. Okay. And then I'm going to take this chip brush. I'm just going to dab it in this paint, just lightly, just on the very tips, and I'm actually going to offload it onto this paper towel, because you don't want blobs, you just want a tiny bit of paint on the tip. And you can actually just kind of do this. Just a little soft dry brushing. So you can just gradually add it, and it'll start lightening up. It'll look good because it'll just hit those little high points. Yeah, that looks good. I love it. All right, let me know. I'll turn it around. I do need to clean up some spots, but y'all remember how you just spritz it with water, smooth it out. Y'all, thank you for watching. Thank you for hanging in there. I know it's tough. It was a long one. But thank you. I appreciate y'all. And I will see you later. Hope you have a great evening. Bye.